The contents of a safe in Alberta were unknown for 40 years. No one knew the code to unlock it. That wasn't until 2 weeks ago when a tourist visiting the Vermilion Heritage Museum, where the safe is located, did manage to crack it. Stephen Mills was the visitor. He's in Fort McMurray, and he joins us now to talk about that. Also, Tim Kibblewhite is a volunteer at the Vermilion Heritage Museum, where the safe is, and he joins us as well. Welcome to you both.
Good day.
Let me start with Tom. Tell us a little bit more about the safe and where it's from, a little bit about its history, please.
Okay, it was located in an early hotel in Vermilion. I'm not sure what date it was put in there, but the hotel opened in 1906, the Brunswick Hotel. It was in there until probably about 1990 when it was put on they were remodeling, and the safe was moved out and put on the sidewalk in front of the hotel for a couple of years until it was brought into the museum here in the fall of 1992.
So since the fall of 1992, it has been there, it has been locked, no one has been able to get into it.
That's correct. A lot of people have tried.
A lot of people have tried. Okay. Stephen, what led you to this Heritage Museum?
Part of what my family does every summer, we enjoy camping throughout Alberta. We've learned that every small town has something to offer, so we chose to go to Vermilion for the May long weekend and just looked online and we're like, oh, let's go check out this museum.
So you heard about the safe, obviously, and what happened next?
Yeah, so Tom took us throughout the museum there. We went down the basement and he said a few words about the safe, telling us the history and whatnot. And I just looked at it and I was like, man, that's quite a time capsule. So I'm like, I'm gonna give that a try.
Now, have you any experience with safes?
No, I'm a very mechanical-minded person and stuff like that, but no.
Okay, so let me go back to Tom for a moment. Tom, what was your take on Stephen going to try and open that safe? Because as you mentioned, you've probably seen somebody do that time and time again.
Yes, he asked if he could try, and I said, certainly, go for it. Nobody's done it before, but go for it.
And you're thinking likely he's not going to get it. There's no way.
That's correct.
Okay, so Stephen, you leaned in. What happened?
Yeah, so I knelt down and put my ear up to the combination lock, like you see in the movies. I just looked at the dial. The dial read from 0 to 60, so I was like, thought about it a couple seconds. So let's go 20, 40, 60. So I went clockwise 3 times 20, counterclockwise 2 times 40, clockwise 1 time 60, and gave it a shot, and sure enough, it opened.
Now, why those numbers? Did you hear something that made you stop, or were those numbers from thin air?
Yeah, they were pretty much just out of my head. I could hear it moving, but like I said, it was just one of those things, like just took a guess and got lucky.
That's incredible. So what were you feeling when you realized it was opening?
I was a bit of shock because I was just like, oh my, like I'm buying a lottery ticket tonight, right? Like good total disbelief on the situation. Excited to see what was in there, but also nervous, just not knowing what was there, you know?
Yeah, I guess it could be something dangerous. You never really know. Okay, so Tom, what did you feel when it was opening, and what actually was found inside?
Well, I was totally surprised that I just saw him opening the door, and that doesn't happen. But we found inside there was nothing of value, but there was a pay slip for an employee and a part of a waitress's order pad and a blank canceled counter check. So there's nothing of really any value, but definitely of interest.
Interesting there. All right. Stephen Mills and Tom Kibblewhite, both of them joining us today from Alberta. Thanks for sharing that story with us. It was an interesting ride.
Yeah, no problem. Enjoy your night.
You're welcome.
Take care.